What's going on, guys? Got my 2015 Suzuki Boulevard C50T right here. It's got a little north of 11,000 miles. About to do an oil change. If you have a motorcycle jack, this will be extremely easy. I don't, so I'm using a regular car jack, and then I propped it up on some cinder blocks. I went under a part of the frame that goes across back there to jack it up from the back, and then I put the cinder blocks right across, and everything's sitting nice and level now because that's how you want it when you do this. In order to do this, it's really simple. You need just buy 4 quarts of oil. It takes 3.6. I went with Mobil 1's 10W40 motorcycle specific oil. I went with a KN filter. That's the KN138, also available as the KN138C. That's just in a chrome finish. You'll need a 14mm socket, drain pan, a funnel, and an oil filter removal tool. First things first, go ahead and remove the fill plug. If you remove the drain plug first, it might create like a vacuum in there. You might have a hard time to remove that fill plug afterwards. And then, not to say you can't get it off, you can get some pliers on there, but why make the harder way? Also, having the fill plug out will drain the oil faster. I'm gonna go ahead and move this drain pan out of the way and show you where the drain bolt is. I don't know if you can see that right there. Right there in the center, that's a 14mm bolt. That's the drain plug. And then you come up just a tad bit right there behind the brake, kind of, depending on which side you're on. Right there is the oil filter. Just go ahead and pop that out. So go ahead and take the drain plug out, let that drain. Move your drain pan a little bit forward, drain the filter, and then fill her up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the drain plug out, and then I'll show you guys when I'm filling her up. Okay, so there's the oil draining. It's mostly done already. And then here is the drain plug. There's a little crush washer on there, as you can see. Make sure to replace that, or at the least make sure that the old one is intact. And then once the oil drains from there, once it comes to like a little drip, go ahead and replace this drain plug, wipe that area off, pull that drain pan a little forward, and get that old filter out. I like to put the date on the new filter. Not necessary, especially if you're writing down when you do your oil changes, but I like to just put the date on there anyways. And then go ahead and hand tighten the new filter on. The torque spec on the drain plug, I believe, is 16 foot-pounds. I'll double check and confirm towards the end of the video when I'm showing you guys putting the oil in. So it began raining and I had to throw a cover on the bike, but I checked. The torque spec for the drain plug is 16 foot-pounds, and some people say to torque the filter to 14 foot-pounds. Now if you get the K&N filter, there it is, it comes with a little nut on the end. Some people say to torque it down to 14 foot-pounds. It is kind of hard to get your hand in there, especially if you have these crash bars. So I am going to go ahead and grab an extended socket and torque it down. If you have these crash bars, you're going to have a really hard time taking the old filter out and putting the new filter in. Either remove one of these on each side, and then there is a bolt holding it right there, and take the whole crash bar out of your way. That'll make it the easiest. Or kind of squeeze the coolant tube on the other side on the left and squeeze it through there. Either way, pain in the ass. But yeah, so now I'm gonna go ahead and torque those down and then fill up the 3.6 quarts of oil, and then you're all done. So if there's any questions or anything, guys, feel free to ask in the comment section. That's where you fill your oil from. And then there is a little window right here, and there's 2 lines on it. Your oil levels should be between both. It's okay if it's closer to the high side. So 3.6 quarts of oil. All right, guys, that's all. Peace.